Namaste all of you. My name is Dr. Ritu Singh Rajput, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Department of Food and Biotechnology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. In our session, we have talked about the bioreactors, types of bioreactors, which is stir tank bioreactor, and as we have talked about agitate bioreactor, where it is airlift bioreactor, loop bioreactor, bubble column, immobilized microorganism reactors, membrane reactors, photobioreactors. There are some kinds of disposable bioreactors, immobilized bioreactors, and the pilot plant of bioreactors. Strategies of choosing a bioreactors are microorganism species, growth of oxygen requirement, shear and rheology effects, cleaning and sterility, light, form, heating, cooling, materials of the construction. Now we have talked about the straight tank bioreactor. The most important types of bioreactor for the industrial production process, low capital and the operating cost, depending upon largely on the amount of heat to be removed. The straight tank may be top or bottom driven, and the tanks are fitted with the buffers using prevent large central vortex as well as improve to the fixing. High agitation and the aeration cause major problems such as a foaming, which may be lead to the unknown contamination. At the end, I will show you the all types of bioreactor after this session. Next one is our bubble column reactor used in production of baker yeast, beer and vinegar, also used in aeration and the treatment of wastewater. In bubble column, the hydrodynamics and the mass transfer depends on the size of bubble and how they are released from the sparger. Now we have to talk about airlift bioreactor. Mixing is accomplished with any mechanical agitation used for tissue culture. Because of tissues are sensitive to shear stress, thus normal mixing is not possible. Air is fed into the bottom or central rock tube through a sparger shrinks and the flow passes up to through the draft tubes to the head space to the bioreactor where excess air byproducts and CO2 DHs. In general, airlift bioreactor are following features, which is external loop and internal loop and the draft tubes. Advantage of airlift bioreactors are it has low shear, which mean it can be used for the plant animal cell. Since there is no agitation, sterility is easily maintained. In a large vessel, the height of the liquid can be high as a 16 amp and the pressure at the bottom of the vessel which will increase the oxygen solubility. Thus, increase the mass transfer. Extremely large vessel can be constructed, and this one disadvantage of airlift from bioreactor is high capital cost with large scale vessels, high energy cost, although an agitate it's not required a great air throughout it necessary, and the air has to be higher pressure, especially if large scale. As the microorganisms circulate through the bioreactor, the conditions change. And it is impossible to maintain consist level of carbon sources, nutrients, oxygens throughout the vessels. The separation of gas from the liquid is not very efficient when the foam is present. In the design of airlift fermenter, these disadvantages must be minimized. Immobilized cell bioreactor, which is also called ICB. Enzymes, viable cells, plant cells, and animals can be immobilized. It can be divided into the stir tank bioreactor and fixed bed reactors. Fluidized bed reactors, their reactors can be also be combined and modified. The choice of reactor design for ICB would depend on mass transfer requirements. For example, oxygen supply, gases removal, particle characteristics, example in stirred reactors, damage to particle in grate, then in packaging and bead reactors, and kinetics consideration. The method of immobilizations are active immobilization divided into the two parts. Active immobilization, passive immobilization. Active immobilization divided into the three parts: cross-linking, covalent bonding, and interpreted in gels. Passive immobilization uh, in converted into the two parts: absorption and colonization. Advantage of the immobilized cells are bioreactor application to multiple steps. Enzyme reaction may be possible. The enzyme activity, yield, or immobilization is high. Operation stability is generally high. Operation for the enzyme extraction and the purification are unnecessary. High cell densities can be employed. Cell densities and the enzyme activities can be expected to be maintained over a long period of operation. Product can be easily removed from the immobilized cells. Immobilized cells appear to the less susceptible to the microbial contamination. And disadvantage of the immobilized cell reactors are the cells may contain numerous catalytically active enzymes, which may be catalyze unwanted uh, side reaction. The cell membrane itself may be serve as a diffusion barrier. Thus, reduction productivity. Contamination by cells leaking out from the carrier may occur. The physiological state of the microorganism can be controlled. Immobilized plant cells and immobilized yeast cells. And now we have talked about the membrane reactors. A membrane reactor is the flow reactors which membranes are used to separate cells or enzyme from the feed and the product stream, usually a continuous system. Products may be also be removed continuously, but in some application they must be harvested intermediately or as a end of the run. Polymeric microfiltration or the ultrafiltration membranes are most commonly used. And the microfiltration up to 0.1 to 5 μm and ultrafiltration 20 up to 1000, and the membranes are obtained to hollow fibers or flat sheets form. Application in enzymatic reaction, production of primary and the secondary metabolites by the microorganism and the plant cell. Generation of the antibodies by mammalian cells. Advantage of membrane reactors are the consequence of the retention of the cells or enzymes with the reactor. This allows the reactor to continuously perfused without the worrying about washout. Membrane also will provide an in situ separation of the cells or enzymes from the product. Compared to the immobilization techniques, no chemical agents or harsh conditions are employed. Challenges in membrane reactors are cells and enzyme entrapped within the membrane. Reactors are subjected to the diffusion and convection that can be rendered with the distribution heterogeneous, and uneven flow distribution along the various channels membrane reactors can have significant effects. And the photobioreactors are designed for applications such as a wastewater treatment, water quality management, uh, remediation, contamination soils. Organisms are used in green, blue-green algae, autotrophs, photoheterotrophs, heterotrophs, and culture system utilizing ponds or rectangular tanks with the limited mixing. Deep channel culturing system with the closed circulating loops and the better mixing. Now I will show you the different types of bioreactors. Here I am sharing. This is disposable bioreactor, and this is immobilized bioreactors, and this is pilot bioreactors. And here it is. This is our sterile tank bioreactors. And this is the systematic diagram of straight tank bioreactors. Here is showing cooling jackets. This is cooling water out. Here is exhausted air lifter. There it is the motor, and this is the condenser. This is the impeller. This is the asperger, and these are the buffle both side. And this is inlet air, and it is cooling water in, and here from the cooling water out. This is our straight tank bioreactor. And here is showing bubble columns, which is present in airlift bioreactors. And this is airlift fermenter with the internal draft tubes. Here you can see this. And this is airlift fermenter with the external draft tubes. And I have told you method of the immobilization: active, passive. Active is cross-linking, covalent bonding, interpermeable gels, and the passive absorption and colonization. And this is immobilized plant cells. You can see these are cells are immobilized. These cells are also immobilized, and this is our tank reactor. And these are the immobilized yeast cells. You can see in this plate. And at the end I will show you these are the photobioreactors. You can see here. So these are all I have told you, all things about the bioreactor. We have talked about all types of bioreactor. As exam point of view, you have to know two three things about the bioreactor. First of all, you have to know types of bioreactors, which is straight tank. You have to know some bioreactor, which is straight tank bioreactor, airlift bioreactor, loop reactors, bubble columns in bioreactor. And after that, you have to know immobilized microorganism bioreactor, which is also called IMR. Yeah, you can see ICB. And next one, you have to know membrane reactor and the photobioreactor. And you have to know all these things about the advantage of particular bioreactor and disadvantage of the particular bioreactor. And you have to know one thing, the structure of straight tank bioreactor. So many times asking in the exam, straight tank bioreactor systematic diagram you have to know. And you have to know one thing more, method of immobilization. How many types of immobilization are required, and what is the immobilization, what is the difference between active and passive immobilization, and what is the cross-linking, what is the covalent bond, and absorption and the colonization. You have to know in these basic things. And so many times immobilized cell bioreactor asked in exams. This is also called ICB. They can ask just because this is also useful in enzyme viable cells and plant cell. This is just because of it is important about the immobilization. So you know about the immobilization and the which kind of cells is immobilized, type of method of the immobilization, and about the immobilized cell bioreactors and its advantage or disadvantage of airlift bioreactors. Thank you so much.